Welcome to our Writing Task 2 series. In this video, we'll look at how the essay format changes based on the type of question. Here are the different IELTS question types. We've already discussed these in a previous video. The playlist link is in the description. We can divide these question types depending on whether we need to give our opinion in the essay. Discursive questions only ask you to explain both sides. Argumentative essays ask for your opinion. For combination and direct questions, it varies depending on the exact question. We have discussed the basic essay format in the previous video. The main thing that changes depending on the question type is the body paragraphs. Let's start with essays that don't need your opinion. You just need to explain or describe something. You mention one set of points in one paragraph and the other in the next. Since you're not giving an opinion, just explain both sides equally. In this advantages disadvantages essay, in the first paragraph, we write the advantages such as working from home saves travel time and leads to better work life balance. In the second body paragraph, we write the negatives such as possible loneliness and distractions. Similarly, in a causes solution essay, we write causes in the first body paragraph and solutions in the next. This is a two-part direct question that doesn't ask for an opinion. In the first body paragraph, we answer the first question, and in the second body paragraph, we answer the second question. Next up, questions that ask for your opinion. We divide these into two main subcategories. In some questions, we have to write about both sides. In others, we don't have to write about both sides. We can write about one or both sides. So, for an agree-disagree essay, you can write only agree or only disagree points, or you can choose to write both. But in a discuss both views essay, you have to write about both sides. For all these essays, we need to justify our opinion using the points we write in body paragraphs. There are many ways to do it, which we'll discuss in future videos. However, I think the easiest way is to write more points on one side and in conclusion choose that side with the justification that it has more points in its favor. In this essay, we write about one view in one paragraph and the second view in the second body paragraph. We write more points in favor of one of the views, and that is our opinion. The same approach can be used in the do the advantages outweigh the disadvantages questions. Now we start with the opinion-based questions in which we have a choice. Write one side or both sides. In agree-disagree questions, you can choose to support only one side or discuss both. For example, if the question is, do you agree all jobs should allow remote work? You can fully agree and write only about the benefits, or you can show both sides, agree for office workers, disagree for jobs like healthcare or retail, and still give your opinion in the conclusion. Positive or negative development essays are similar. You can write only positives, only negatives, or both. If you write both, write more points for one side and choose that side in your opinion. This is a two-part direct question that asks for your opinion. In the first body paragraph, we explain why some people prefer working from home. In the second paragraph, we give our opinion about whether this trend will continue in future. You could say yes Or you could say no and explain why you think so. This is a what is your opinion type of question. It is like an agree disagree essay where you can either write about one side or both sides. The key is to state your opinion clearly and support it with reasons. In mixed or combination questions, there are two different questions. How we write depends on the questions. For example, if the question is what are the advantages and disadvantages, this is a discursive question. So explain both sides, no opinion is required. But if the question is it a positive or negative development, it asks for both explanation and opinion. In both cases, you give reasons in the first body paragraph because that is the first question. After that, you write one or two more body paragraphs depending on the question and the points you are writing. To recap, some questions ask for opinion, some don't. If the question doesn't ask for an opinion, you need to write about both the things that are asked. If the question asks for your opinion, you need to understand whether it's compulsory to write about both sides. In some questions, you have to write about both sides, otherwise, you cannot get a good band. In others, it's optional. You can write about one side or both. I recommend writing about both sides if you're aiming for a band higher than 6.5. But that's subjective. It depends on your points, your writing style, and so on. I'll explain this in more detail in the upcoming videos, which I'll keep adding to the playlist linked in the description. Do keep in mind that the formats we talk about are not the only correct way to answer a question. There can be many other correct approaches as well. With that, we are done for this one. Be on the lookout for detailed videos on general statements, paraphrasing, and more. See you in the next one. Bye for now.